Let's see what we got now. How about that? Is anyone with me? Even when I try to go early, I'm still late. I was over on YouTube, which is great. There's nothing wrong with YouTube, except lots of you watch me on Facebook. So Corinne was nice enough to come in and say, hey, guess what? You're only on one platform. And you know what? I did run this through an upgrade this morning, and that's probably what happened. So my apologies, and thank you, Corinne, for letting me know. All right, I will wait just a second to see if at least Corinne and Lori come back and join me. So always know that, if you can't find me, I might be lurking over on the other social media site. But I'm looking for you there. Okay, Deborah. So sorry. So sorry. I went live and I was only over on YouTube. And there was an upgrade this morning and I didn't check my settings. There's Lori again. There's Jean. Hello, guys. I've been hanging out with Lori and Corinne, only over on YouTube. And so, just jabbering away. At least I was actually live with lovely viewers. So I wasn't completely talking to myself. But I appreciate you. Hello, ladies. Hello. Come on in. For the record, I went live at 6:59. Just only on YouTube. All right. I'll just get started, and I'm sure you'll find me. And sorry, Lori, you're going to hear this just like it's the first time, right? Hello, everyone. Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad to be here on Thursday with you. This is Lisa Harden. I'm coming to you live from an absolutely fabulous Boise, Idaho. I mean, it's a winner today. I don't remember exactly what I said. It would have been so nice for me to be able to work outside, but my allergies will not allow that. But you know what? I can still look out the window. Okay. So I welcome you so much. I welcome you here. It doesn't need to be so much. I welcome you to my Stampin' Chat Live. This is one of my free online classes every week that I try to go live on in Facebook and YouTube. You might be watching me on replay. In fact, most of you do. I still would love to chat with you, so please leave a comment and just to say hello or tell me where you're from. If you're brand new, tell me that too. I love to find out how long people have been paper crafting, or sometimes you've never been paper crafting, right? You don't even know what this is about. You just tuned in because you saw this crazy lady with wet curly hair coming on. So we are going to stamp and chat for the next hour or so, and we're going to have some fun with some beautiful Stampin' Up! Products. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and one of the things that means is that I sell all of the products in this catalog, plus thousands more online. You can go over anytime and peruse everything we have to offer by going over to thestampingzoo.com. If you hit the Shop Now tab, that will take you over to the secure Stampin' Up! Website, which I will show you a peek of later on. And you can also see registration links and more information about all of my online and in-person events. You can join my team tonight and get a fantastic starter kit that I'm going to tell you about in just a little bit. And we're going to have so much fun tonight, okay? So here's what I was thinking about for tonight. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done this before, but I thought it sounded fun. Little challenge. So this is our catalog from 2018 to 2019. It was a simpler time. We didn't even know about COVID when this catalog came out. Can you believe that? Okay. And now here we are with the 25-26 catalog. Beautiful. Both beautiful. And I saw this sitting on the back in my supplies, and I started thumbing through it out of curiosity, and I thought, there's so many great things in here. I was, it's like looking at an old yearbook. I was going down memory lane. The beautiful colors, all these fun products, and mostly the great examples in the books. Both of them have great examples. But I thought, okay, I'm going to do a mashup. I'm going to take some examples from this book, use these products, and see what I come up with. Okay? So are you ready would you like to see the products I'm going to work with? Or would you like to see the designs I'm going to case? Tell me old or new in the comments. Hello, Leslie. Leslie, Corinne came back. Well, hi, Kathy Walton. How are you? I almost missed the foil rub-ons, Corinne, but they're in there, aren't they? Did you end up ordering them? And hello, Cindy Jones. Jean, thank you for sharing. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. Hi, Ethel. How's it going in New Jersey? How's the weather in New Jersey? I hope you're having a beautiful spring as well. You have a beautiful picture of a clematis on your as your Facebook emoji. Are you a gardener? Is that from your yard or just a picture you liked? I have one that is very close in color to that. It's not blooming yet here, but it is, the vine is starting to grow up. I have it growing up another tree. And so the vine is starting to set. And anyway, so I like that you like clematis. Yes. Okay, what? Oh, Kathy Walton says she did see the rub-ons. She wished they would have put a stick in the package. Well, Kathy, you have your own stick. I'm thinking, because I think an even better tool would be to use the bone folder, don't you? Give it a try, and then you don't get slivers from bone folders. Give this a try, okay? Della, hello, and thank you for sharing. Yes, she didn't know about them. Oh, she saw. That's right. Sarah was using them. They look very pretty, and I need to get them, if nothing else, just to see if I'm more successful with them than I used to be with rub-ons. Not necessarily from Stampin' Up, just rub-on transfers from when I was a kid. I'm sure ours are much nicer. You're not a gardener. Your friend took this for you. Oh, because you love purple. Well, we have that in common too. So, okay, everyone. So use the spatula. Oh, yeah, and the spatula and the take your pick tool. True. And you can also use the spatula, well, no, I was thinking you could use the spatula from the putty set, but that might not be heavy enough. Anyway, there are ideas. What page are they on? Well, let's just look right now. We have a beautiful index in this catalog. Yay. And they are a catalog product. So there's no difference in the array of products that are online or in the catalog. Okay, I mean, we have adhesives, embossing folders, suites in both. So you just have to take a peek at both. But let's see here. What would they be called? Embossing. No, they might be called embellishments. I think they're by the embellishments. Let's just go there because I think they're right on there. I think that's where I saw them. There they are. It's not a very good picture. That's why you didn't see them. So it's on page 124, okay? And then, why am I doing that? I have a bouncy camera that does this for me now, right? I just have to remember all the tools I have. If I ever use all the tools that this thing has, you're going to be wowed. Okay, so there it is. It's page 124. I can't get all that in. Metallic texture rub-ons, $13.50 for each of 2 designs. That's going to last you quite a while. And they're gold and silver. So let's all get them and try them out, okay? They look fun. If nothing else, they're going to be fun, right? I think so too. Okay, everyone. So we are going to go over to this one first, and I'm going to show you the first one. So I'm going to, what I want to say, I am going to use 2 designs in this catalog, and we are going to case them. I have some pieces and parts ready because I know it always takes me longer than I think it will take me. You know that too. Oh, I had this marked because this was my favorite kit. I loved it so much, and it came with watercolor pencils. Oh, but aren't the colors great? And it's still, I mean, we still have basically these colors. This wasn't basic beige, but we have basic beige now. Black and white, and then some pinks. I mean, it looks sophisticated, and it looks very French. Très French. So anyway, can't buy it now, but you could then. And anyway, I just had that marked because you know how I am. I told you I was looking through it. We're going to case this right here. Lots of different ideas on this, don't you think? We're not putting the cat on it. Nothing against the cat, but we're not using the cat as our focal point. But there's some embossing. There's an open die cut. There is an like an embedded die cut, I guess you'd call it. And then there's some little pieces and parts. There's some ribbon. Remember this polka dot trim? Oh my gosh. This was my favorite. And now it's the black and vanilla large check ribbon. But this, I would still use this. But alas, no more in inventory. Okay, so anyway, we're going to use this. And then the second one that I'm going to case is this right here. We have had hot air balloons for a while. I don't think I had this stamp set. Let me show you what it was. It's very cute. I'm like, of course, now that I see it and I can't have it, I'm like, oh, I might like to have that to use when? In my spare time? My what? Exactly. But anyway, isn't it cute? And it had, oh, look, it says $29, wood blocks included, or $21 and suggested clear blocks. We were just phasing out of the wood blocks. Oh my gosh. And it coordinates with Up and Away thinlets, dies. Remember all that? Thinlets, edgelets. Oh, malarkey. Like, just boil it down. So anyway, I know why we were doing that. It wasn't a Stampin' Up thing. But and then these beautiful clouds. Anyway, I think it's really cute. So the stamps might be a little bit smaller than a lot of our sets are now. That's one thing that I've noticed that's kind of changed over time is we've gotten a lot larger stamps. And I think I like it. So anyway, that's just something kind of fun for you to remember. And I bet a lot of you still have the Lift Me Up stamp set. Hey, Ruth. Very nice to see you. Okay, so this is going to be the second card that I'm going to case with new supplies. And yes, I am going to use some vellum, darn it. I decided, you know what? I've missed vellum long enough, so we're going to bring vellum back in because you can purchase vellum everywhere. Okay? So I'm going to be using vellum from now on. Not on every card, but on a lot of cards. And so this has definitely a vertical design with, it looks like some ribbon or trim coming up the side. I have a slightly different idea for that. Clouds and dimension, and then the sentiment is embossed on vellum, and we will be doing that tonight as well. Okay, so let me set these are I'm using these as bookmarks. They are from kits, right? From the birthday bash kit, I believe it's what it's called, Brightest Birthday. And I use the ones in different languages. They're great little bookmarks. So anyway, that's the one we're using. I will refer to it. I'll show it to you a few times. And let me get the kits. Well, not kits, but the pieces and parts that I have cut. Okay, let's see. That's with this one. And so I'm going to get out the same products that I used on Sunday, but they will look completely different, I think. That's my intent, right? Because that's what our products can do. They're very versatile. And Stampin' Up's beautiful color coordination ensures that things can, you know, mix and match. They can last throughout the years. So we're going to see if this design there to YouTube, and then somebody finally told me, you're only on YouTube. You know, I'm new here. Okay, everyone. So again, this, if I could split screen, you know, I would, but this is what we're working toward. A design from the 1819 catalog, not the 1819s, 2018 to 2019, okay? I'm not that old. Okay, and I have a few ideas as I go through the pieces and parts, I will try to point out the similarities. Okay, but I've got a Night of Navy card base here, and just going to burnish that. And then I have a card insert. I just used basic white this time because there's going to be some white elements on the front. This is going to be a card front. This will be the first layer. It's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to pop it up. Okay. And then we have some different pieces and parts. This is a die cut that is from Delightful Wishes. Just used it last week, I think. And so it was on my mind. So I did that because I don't know which color I'd like it in. I stamped this because we're going to color it and die cut it for the front. So instead of the cat, this the flower is going to be the focal point. We are going to come in with some greenery, but our greenery is going to be in Lemon Lime Twist. I almost said something not twist. And it is from the Gallery Blooms. You can see there, cut and, or stamped and die cut. And I have a couple of sentiment strips in Lemon Lime Twist as well. I love Lemon Lime Twist with Night of Navy. I love Lemon Lime Twist. So does Anne, actually. Hello, Jenny. I think you might have it. Oh, it's one that your mom might have sent you. That's so cute. Okay, first things first. Remember I told you this one has an embedded die in it. So of course we're going to do that, and we can with the beautiful motifs dies. As I showed you last time, these three are what I would call embedded dies, so they don't pop out. And we made some really pretty things with them. Those are put away right now. I will not digress. You can just go back to my lives, okay, and watch it. Oh, Lemon Lime is your favorite, Lori? Nice. That's a good one. Okay, so for right now, I think, you know, this one's so large, but we could put it like this, and then some of it would be covered, and then some of it will come out on the bottom. I like that, but I think, should we emboss? I think I should. I'm trying to decide, should I emboss first? Because I'm going to heat emboss before we do this silly thing. And I want to use this damask pattern right here. Okay, so let me think. And I'm also planning on gold because they used gold. And also though, because my mind goes to blue and silver. And so again, I'm just switching it up. I'm wondering, does my mind always think silver goes with blue because I came from a school that was blue and white? I don't know. Not college, Anne, high school. The Huskies. Okay, if I did this, I don't really want to cut into the heat embossing regardless. Okay, I'm going to die cut. We're just going to go for it. We're going to die cut first. And we'll just live with the consequences, which are probably going to be fine. But, you know, I like to add drama to this when I can. So, my friends, I had such a fun day with you on Tuesday when the catalog went live. I think I've called it new product launch, but I will tell you, behind the scenes, I was crazy because I had left myself just enough time to run around and get a few things done, but not a lot. And I had taken the day off from work, so I was trying to like do all this stuff. So like I went live at 9, I think, and then I went live at 1. And between there, like I closed out here, and then I like ran out in the living room and I was vacuuming. I unloaded the dishwasher, chasing the dogs down. I'm brushing them. And then I was like, oh my God, it's time to go live already. I'm eating some lunch real quick. And then between 1 and 3 was dumb. I should have just stayed live, quite frankly, because, oh my gosh, I was just like And then, oh, I know what I was doing. I was packing because I was teaching a class for 8 in community ed that night. And it was so fun. All of it was a blast. But I will say, I came home from community ed, got into bed. I fed the dogs. I fed myself. I got into bed, you guys, it's 6:45. And I thought I was just going to hang out and watch movies. No. I don't know how long I was awake even. I probably slept 12 hours. But you know what? My body was hurting pretty badly because the community ed class is, I walk on concrete for about 3 hours and I was carrying my supplies in. So, you know, I took a cue and did what my body said. But the next morning it was kind of funny to think, oh my God, what has happened to me? Where have I been? And I'm looking for the gold embossing powder. Obviously not one I use a lot because I can't find it. Come on now, where are you? Here we go. Okay. Gold embossing powder, and that's the colored tray. That's the tray for colored powders. All right, so a little heat embossing, never hurt anybody. You could also take the tool, take the Versamark and kind of rub it on these embossed parts. That would be kind of a neat look too, but we're not going to do that tonight, okay? We're just going to stick to this. Hello, Debbie, coming in from Michigan, sneaking in and sharing, and I appreciate that so much. Okay, now we have a little opportunity to do this. Okay, I'm glad I didn't know which order to do this, and I just happened to do it in this order because I embossed right on the leaf. You can see it there. And then I ripped it up, which is not a good idea. Be more careful than I am. Okay, don't be like me. And then I'm going to put some more down this way. There we go. All right. And so this goes over here. Anyway, yes, Tuesday was like, I don't know. Oh, but anyway, I crippled into work on Wednesday. I'll tell you what, I did my day of work. Could not walk very well. So yeah, it was Wednesday night where I just crashed. Okay. So little powder. This is the Wow gold embossing powder, right? Oh, and see, it missed that level, so we're gonna get some on there. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. And so let's heat emboss this. See, this card has a lot of cool layers, multimedia layers, right? We've got the embossing, dry embossing, heat embossed, stamped, ribbon, die cuts. It's right up my alley. I love it all. Okay. Let's see if we can get this rocking and rolling. I don't know how much distinct pattern is going to come out of this. That'll be interesting. I think I've stamped with that stamp before, but I haven't embossed with it, so. Oh, wow. Oh, it popped out big time. Look at that. I didn't think it was going to look that detailed. It's beautiful. Lots of fun heat embossing. Beautiful. Ooh, so pretty. I love that. Well, that was a win. That is gorgeous. Okay, I like it so far. And so that is the beautiful motif stamp set. And again, these 2 stamp sets and dies that I was showing you are part of a larger suite, and they are in the annual catalog. I'll show you that when we finish here. All right, I think that's all the embossing we're going to do for now. I don't think the other card, no, we're not going to emboss. We have other tricks up our sleeve for that one. Okay, so that's our layer, first layer. And then I had some other pieces and parts, right? We're going to take care of those and layer those as needed later. This is stamped in Night of Navy, okay? And I want to bring in my Berry Burst. That's right, I said it, Berry Burst blends. Because let's just blow it out of the water. Such a beautiful color and a beautiful contrast with Night of Navy. And so, I don't know, I'm just going to color. Now, I did stamp this well in advance of using it. If you're going to stamp with Night of Navy and then color with the blends, hit it with the heat tool a little bit or give it a few minutes. You know, let it be the first thing that you do when you're preparing to make the card. Because I do think that even though this doesn't technically, what I want to say, it doesn't react with the alcohol-based markers, it might still be wet enough to pull into your design. So if you want a nice sharp design and you're using a really intense color like Night of Navy, probably going to be the same with Secret Sea as well, then just keep that in mind, okay? I'm just coming through here. I just decided as we were working on this that I was going to color all of these, the light layer, and then come in with dark accents. And since I used lemon lime, since I'm using lemon lime twist, I'm going to color these leaves lemon lime twist as well. So then this is the dark one. This is very simple blending, okay? I'm using the markers probably in their very simplest application. And that's all you really need because the artist has already drawn contour lines for us. Just follow those with the marker. And as you can tell, you don't even have to be that careful with it. And then I'm going to go in and color the middle. I am leaving a little bit of white because I want to be able to see a little distinction. Looking good, Hardin. Okay, and then let's get our Lori's favorite lemon lime twist. This would also be really pretty with, well, I think it would be, with any of the purples. Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape. All of that can stand up to this as well. Okay, and the light. And this is really pretty. Now, I don't think I've used this stamp before now because I've only worked with it a couple of times. So it takes a while to be able to use everything because you really get a lot of value and a lot of different choices when you buy a suite of products or frankly, even the bundle. Now, when I'm talking about bundle, if you're new to Stampin' Up, a bundle is simply a stamp set and a coordinating punch or a set of dies. And when you purchase a bundle, you save 10% if you purchase both items at the same time. So just go ahead and do it. Because what happens is when you first start, you think, I only need the dies, or I don't really like the stamp set. And then you get the thing, one thing, and then 90% of the time or more, you say, you know what, I really can't live without the coordinating other product. And then you don't get your 10% off. So don't be like me, okay? Try and just get your discounts. Plus, now we have Stampin' Rewards. You get 10% back on every purchase of $20 or more, and that's fantastic. Okay, I'm looking for those dies. What did I do with them? Gallery, oh, there we are. Gallery Blooms. Okay, so this set is, oh, I forgot those were back there. Remember we used this and did that triple time technique, and so we've got lots of open dies here. and then those frames, and also some coordinating leaves. So lots and lots of dies. 13 dies in that one set alone. Okay. Let me get this. I am going to put this down with a little bit of light tack tape because I've just done a little bit of work on it and I really don't want to mess it up. Run it over here to the die cutting machine. Doggies are quiet tonight. They went to the groomers and hung out today. They went to the spa, and you know what? They're not nearly as excited about going to the spa as I am. In fact, I was walking / dragging Cash in there. I mean, he's never been a huge fan, but he's getting less so as time goes on. I'm like, Hallie is so nice to you, but she said that, you know, just as dogs get older, they get kind of nuttier, and not like me, of course. I'm totally with it, but she said that little Cash, when he gets up on the table, he just vibrates. He just shivers, shakes. And she always manages to get him done, and he looks so nice. So I love that. Okay, sorry, when I'm panning in, I forget to pan out sometimes. And then, you know, it's practically right off my nose hairs. Okay, so let's start taking these pieces and parts and seeing what we would like, how we would like to arrange them. Oh, and we need a sentiment. I guess I need that one thing. Now I'm going to take my Swiffer sheet. Am I dusting with it? No. Get real. I'm dusting the embossing powder off of that so we have a nice, vibrant image, right? No more embossing buddy on this. It's done its job. And so now we can do our last bit of stamping. And I just have 2 of these as a, you know, just in case. We have lots of cool sentiments here. I thought I would just use Thinking of You, frankly, because I think it's going to fit the design. You do it too, right? You get a sentiment that fits the design you're doing, and you're like, okay, that's a good card. No, I meant to say Thinking of You. Let's see. I'll go ahead and use that block. I need to be able to see around the block to see where I'm positioning this, and so I'm just going to go ahead with it. And I'm going to bring in Night of Navy. Let's get some more of this green-blue contrast going. I need to bring this closer to me. And you need to get up over this, especially when you're stamping on. Oh, that's so pretty, though. A light or a thin sentiment strip. You want to make sure you get it as nice as you can, and I like that. That gets an A from me. Hey, thank you for sharing. And hi, Sherry. And hi, Trish. Hello, ladies. Come on in. Okay. Oh, dang it. Why do I keep putting that away? I wanted to do one more little thing. So I wanted to take this one that we're going to use on the outside, and I want to stamp it on the inside, but in Night of Navy. Quit putting your stuff away. Harden, come on. Oh. Okay. Get it back out. Open it up. Okay. And so this is the insert. And so we'll just put this up front and center, right on the inside. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. The only thing more beautiful might be having this stamped in Secret C, but I had used that, and that's why I fell back on the lovely Night of Navy. Okay, and then that's, I'm just being lazy. I didn't put that back up on the block. All right. Okay. Now we can begin adhering everything. So did everyone have fun doing your shopping from the annual catalog? Have you done shopping yet? I have only placed 2 orders. And you know what? I kind of thought tonight was going to be an unboxing, but here's the deal. I don't know that I'm going to do much of an unboxing because really my order, well, it was very large. It's mostly just lots and lots of in color products for myself and for the in color club. And so it's, you know, it's like I don't really know that I want to show you each different set of Stampin' Blends. And also I'm not going to show you all the products because then you'll know what the first month of In Color Club is, and that's a secret for my lovely customers. And so I don't tell that. But I will, of course, show you anything that's like brand new, wasn't available in my pre-order. But then I placed another order today. Oh, I had to. Okay, did I have to? No. I placed an order for products that are available early to any demonstrator that signed up for the Creativity Now event, which is an online only event, designing or creativity only event. It's in June. And so it's just one of the many things that we can do as, I don't want to put that down yet, but that's just one of the many events that we can sign up for as demonstrators. And it's so fun. And you don't have to. And you don't have to buy the products for it either. It's very reasonably priced to just attend the online event. And then the products are just, they're going to be products that are going to be for sale later on in the year. So, yeah, I don't think so. That's going to cover up too much of the pretty texture and interest that we were working so hard to create. So, however, kind of hard when you're attaching such a dark color to itself. But I think I did pretty good. Hey, good job. Okay, if you can't root for yourself, who can you root for? Let's refer back to the inspo. That's what the kids call it. The inspiration, right? And let me put something to weigh this down with. Okay, that looks random, but that's okay. It'll catch your attention. Okay, so this is in place of the cat, right? This is in place of the big open die, which I might not use because it's going to cover up, again, it's going to cover that up. So it might end up being, yeah, I think no, I'm going to edit that out. But we are going to bring in the ribbon. And I had this little bow that I was messing around with, and I ended up tying it the other day. This is new ribbon. It's part of the Celebrate and Sips and Celebrate, whatever, suite. Lots of you are taking the Zoobilee class with me later this month, so you will get half a roll. I think you might get the full roll. Anyway, you're going to get this ribbon. Gold striped mesh ribbon, okay? So if you're in Zoobilee, don't order that because you're getting it as part of your class. And that will ship by the 20th. All right? Okay, yeah, this is going to look better. Bringing these in. And, oh, but they have some ribbon coming out this way. I kind of feel like maybe just a little bit. Okay, so let's do some Seal Plus. All right, and let's hide it down in here. Okay, and then let's just run it from there and leave it loose. See what happens. We may have to use a glue dot, but I bet once we get the other elements on it, it probably will lay like we want it. Okay, and then this probably needs to go in there, but I want one back here. Okay, we're going to do one flat. Just so pretty. I love this stamp just itself. I love it. So let's do, I don't want to go exactly straight with the embossed piece. This looks more kind of collected, more collage-like. And of course, this flower is going up on dimensionals. Why am I putting those back? Oh, I'm not. Okay. Hello. All right. And so this is going to come in. Is anyone chatting with me? Okay, Jenny says she just ordered Creativity Now stuff. Hello, Leanne. Very nice to see you. And if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Okay. And then this, there's many different ways this could go. I kind of like it at a jaunty angle, don't you? Okay, and then we're going to put, I have 3 of these. I'm going to trim this. You know, it needs some pruning. And let's see, can I get it under there? I can. All right, out of sight. Did you order, did you like the Creativity Now stuff? I'm in love with it, Jenny, of course, because those beautiful colors, it's like grays, blues, and silver. It has some glimmer paper. You guys, you're going to love it. I'm so excited for you to see it. Okay, and then how about if we did this? We might not need that one. I don't know. They have just a note. Oh, you know what? We could put just a little bit of it right there on dimensionals. Okay, I kind of like that idea. Yeah, we need a third. I'm just feeling like we need a third. It's going to be on dimensionals right there. And then, let's see, can we hide? Oh, yes. Good job. All right, let's hide. Well, thanks, Jean. It's very nice to see you tonight. It's turning out really fun. I'm liking casing old Stampin' Up. Now this, I didn't necessarily think it was going to run edge to edge. So let's get that off there. And that's better. Oh, I don't like that I'm hiding so much of the flower, but that's how she rolls. We must be guided by the design. So if I was going to redo it, I want to put it up a little higher, but then maybe I would have put everything up a little bit higher, but then we wouldn't have been super inspired by the design. So we're just going to say this works. This is right. This is how it should have been all the time. Hold it, except that's a little bit crooked. Okay. We still have that very burst, though, that bright color jumping out at us. That's good. And I'm going to trim a little bit of this. I still want to leave it straight, but it's overwhelming this side of the card. I'm trying to not trim my ribbon. Oh man, this isn't really how you always, sometimes you work with the products right when they're on the card, right? And sometimes you're more orderly about it. Now, it would be really cute if this had like a little bright piece of berry burst over here, but we're close enough, okay? And so let's finish this off with some gorgeous embellishments, right? I have these things I'm thinking of. They're gold. There are gold filled gems. Look at this, you guys. Look at the embellishments. Oh, they have been thinned out. Oh, like carrots in the garden because, you know, some of them went on the last chance list or are not available anymore. So I will have some beautiful things, embellishments, to put in the to put in my BOGO sale, which will be starting in June. Okay, now we have these, which are beautiful. And so we might use those, Night of Navy. Or we could really focus on the gold and use these. Which would you rather? Navy, say navy or gold. Okay? And I'm going to get rid of a couple things off the desk while you're voting for the embellishments. Cast your votes. Navy or gold? Your choice. Okay, let's see. Navy or gold? We've got gold. Trish says gold. Anyone else? Anyone else voting? Gold. Thought I had a pin. I do. Okay. Any more golds? Any more navies? Or is it going to be a sweep? Oh, it looks like it's going to be a sweep. But I don't know. I need a Pepsi break. No navies. You say that's enough navy. I definitely need to put this away. Don't leave these plugged in. That's your PSA for today. Don't leave them plugged in. They're very hot. Very quickly. Okay, we're going to go with gold. I like it. It's the first thing I thought of. These are carried over from, I don't remember, but they're still available. 162842. And they're quite pretty, as you can see. Oh, I have several in there. Come on out. They come in a couple different sizes. And we have 5 of the little ones here. I'm just going to use them because they're gorge. So they are, I'm just using the take your pick. With a little putty. I just reordered some putty. That was one thing I needed today when I placed my order. And then I was like, oh yeah, I need the creativity now stuff. So then that was great. And demonstrators, just like lovely customers, also get Stamp and Rewards. So if you're worried about not getting Stamp and Rewards, if you are going to get your starter kit, don't. Because you get those on top of any demonstrator discounts. That's a good deal. Stampin' Up. That's why we love you. Okay, and I'll probably put these in my scrap files because we'll need them some other night. Okay, so this was a totally different spin, but look, the design concept is there, isn't it? I like it. I think it's kind of fun. Okay, and I wouldn't have made this otherwise. It wouldn't have just come to me. I needed to see this. So the next one we're going to do is started out as that hot air balloon, which you could get in wood blocks. Seems like so. Now that I thought was gone a long time ago, but it was not, apparently. And I am going to use, oh yeah, okay, let me show you where the gallery items were. If you are referring to a printed catalog, it starts on page 52. We talked a little bit about it on Sunday in my Sunday Live, and there's 6 pages because that's how gorgeous all of the products are. Yeah, not just everything gets a 6-page layout anymore. So that's pretty special. And so the next card I'm going to use is going to feature the notes and totes, which we've already had a blast with, and we're going to have more. But let's take a moment to look at this. It is so fun. It's literally a tote that you build, and you can put all sorts of things in the tote. Water bottles, lotion, sunscreen, of course. You've got to be safe. Sunglasses. We're going to use the sunglasses tonight. and then all sorts of pieces and parts to build the perfect tote. Everything is stitched. This is a quality tote, okay? And then finally, some wood planks. Yeah, okay. What do I want to say? Pickets, wood pickets. And I'm going to show you how to use those tonight. And then a great coordinating stamp set. You can use this on this die cut, which is actually like a magazine or a book, or could be your laptop. Okay, just a note, you earned it. Well, that's supposed to be relax and enjoy. You earned it, right? A cute little sun, water drops, sending warm wishes. And I kind of took my cue. Of course, we are using this design, but I took my cue from some of the supplies from this great card. This is what I was thinking of. We saw that at On Stage. And so I had this card in my mind, but we are going to use this design. So once you start looking at all of the examples, it really is something that can get your creative mind going. So if you're in a rut sometimes, or if you're thinking like, I don't know what to do with such and such a stamp set, look to an example that's already made for inspiration. And I would even go as far as saying, make something exactly as you see it online or in the catalog, and then go from there. I think that it's like a lot of things. You can read about it all the time, but until you physically make it, it doesn't really engage your brain into the creativity aspect of it. Am I a scientist? No, but I play one here on Thursdays and Sundays. So anyway, that's just my own personal experience, is as with a lot of things, like I can watch swimming all day on TV, but guess what? I don't burn any calories. And so it doesn't engage my muscles. Well, you need to engage your creativity muscles as well. All right, so I'm almost cleaned up here from the first card, and we are almost to the second card. But I do have a quick message from our sponsor, okay? So please stay tuned. It's only going to take me a few moments to bring this up, and I have lots of good information for you. As I said, you earn stamp and rewards now of 10% on all orders $20 or more. Those rewards are always shown in the upper right-hand corner once you log on to the Stampin' Up! Website, and they don't expire for a year. And as you are using them and accumulating them, the oldest ones are used first. So you'll always know where you stand just simply by logging into your Stampin' Up! Account. You can still shop with me. I so appreciate that. I do have another little special thing coming for people that shop with me now that the company's doing this Stampin' Rewards. I am going to have my own little rewards, right? A little reward for shopping with me. I'm not quite ready to unveil that yet, but once I have all the details worked out, hopefully on Sunday, I'll be able to tell you more about it. Okay, so no host codes anymore. Just shop, get what you need, get what you like, and the website will keep track of it for you. Okay, here's one of just the two beautiful new kits. I think it's called Basically Blues. I don't even remember what it's called. But guess what? I ordered it. It's gorgeous. And you get to make 9 cards with envelopes. I believe the cost is $23 plus tax and shipping. You can't beat that with a stick. The kits are some of the most beautiful things to come out of Stampin' Up! Don't overlook them. Their simplicity is their secret to their success. And you can share them when you're going on little vacations with your friends, your neighbors, your family. You can just pick up a kit and take it with you. Cards and cocktails, right? Have a couple of your girlfriends come over, put a kit together, and just see what transpires. I bet there's going to be a little laughing. There's going to be some funny story. And at the end, you're going to have beautiful cards. All right, here's the other kit. I'm in love with it. You know, if you know me at all, you know why, because it's so bright and beautiful. Each card is different. There are 8 cards and a box. See that in the upper right-hand corner? That is a card holding box. This right here, a perfect gift to have on hand. You can either give it to your recipient to put together themselves, or you can put it together for them. There is no stamping in this kit, and guess what? $14. It's $14. I already bought mine, so I can go ahead and tell you now how fantastic I think it's going to be. I am going to go back and buy several more, put them together, and FYI, that's going to be the cheapest but nicest gift I'm going to give all summer long. So don't tell any of my friends. But, you know, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be the best gift at the birthday parties. So I believe it's called Send a Smile. Hey, guess what? We're having a 2-day retreat, June 20th and 21st. I hope I have the dates right again. But it's a Friday and Saturday. Yes, it is during Creativity Now. But Creativity Now is recorded. And so I'm going to watch that the week after. And anyway, full details are coming soon. It's going to be here in Boise. And if you've been before, it's going to be similar format as in prior, in which I will design kits myself featuring new product. And you have the option of buying several new kits that I have designed. Again, we have an optional bingo. We will have BOGO. That's where I'm going to start my BOGO sale. So that means you are going to be able to shop all the new current products and get the equivalent in retired products for free. Okay? It's fun. So please keep this in mind. And again, I don't have a registration link for this yet. I need to secure the location. It's kind of important. But once I do that, I will have a registration link. But if this sounds good to you, if you just send me an email, I will make sure that I keep you in the know as soon as I have that location and other products chosen and things. Okay, so I'm really excited about it. It's the 4th annual. We have to keep doing it because it's so fun. All right, here's the starter kit special I was mentioning earlier. It's through the end of May. New demonstrators get to purchase $165 of product for $99. The only thing I don't like about this ad is it says new demonstrators. I wish it would just say when you purchase the starter kit, because I was just having this conversation with a team member of mine the other day. Just because you sign up for the starter kit does not mean you have to do what I'm doing or what anybody else is doing that you see online. In fact, the vast majority of people who purchase the starter kit are their own only customer. And guess what Stampin' Up! Says? That's great. They have no pressure to do anything else besides that, and neither do I. So while I offer lots of things to my team, there is no obligation for them to come to the team meeting or order the team kit or anything like that. It's your discount to use as you see fit. But when you do sign up to join the Zoo Crew, which is my team, then you get to participate in things as you want to. Everybody wants to be invited, even if you don't always go to the events, right? One thing you do get for sure, though, is you get all of my online content for free. So every time I am putting together fee-based classes with videos and tutorials, you get access to all those videos and tutorials for free. I sell those for between $10 and $25. So I think it's a lot of value. And the best value, though, is just belonging to a crafty community. So I would love to welcome you to my team. I would also love to tell you you can call me or text me at any time if you have questions or would like to discuss it further. Okay? But go out and take a look at that starter kit. It is the best deal by far right now. And finally, if you are in Boise or if you're going to be in Boise on May 17th, why not take a stamp camp with me? We make 4 cards using current Stampin' Up! Product. The cost is $25 or absolutely free with a $30 purchase. Now, when you do come to this class, the class is the free with purchase part. So you do need to actually purchase $30 of product. You cannot use Stampin' Rewards and get this class for free. But you can definitely add Stampin' Rewards to a $30 or more order and continue that way. I just kind of want to make that clear. So anyway, but it's still a tremendous deal because you get to come make 4 cards with me. You get cards and envelopes. You get to use all of my tools. And again, we just laugh and have fun. So we need more of that in life, don't you think? I know that I am always happy when Stamp Camp comes around. And so it's always perfect Stampin' weather. So why not join me? May 17th, okay? I still have several spots. So, okay, back to our card making. All right, everybody. Now let me bring in the notes and totes. And I've cut several pieces and parts for that because we're going to have lots of interest going on. And I also wanted to have a few options. Okay, so notes and totes. Isn't it funny that like the notes and totes, but there's no tote because you die cut the tote every time. It's so cute. And so here are the dies in person versus the catalog. And I think they're just great. Oh my gosh, they're so good. So again, they're nice. And if you've never used our dies before, I think you will see a difference if you've used from other places. I don't even want to start naming other places. I don't mean to insult any other place. I'm just telling you, our supplies are second to none when it comes to quality and selection. I sound like I work for Stampin' Up!, don't I? That would be a pretty fun place to work, I bet. Okay, so we're going to start with a bubble bath card base. She's gorgeous. We like bubble bath too. I know we like lemon lime twist, but now we're going to move to a different color scheme. Whoa, look at all these colors. Look at all this stuff I've pulled. So I had these cut from some other thing when, you know, I always have more ideas than I have time with you. And so this is the card insert, another white insert. What's going on there? Now I took a piece. Remember I told you I took inspiration in part from the new catalog. This is the same paper or came from the same pack of paper that they were using on in the catalog. And I want to show you if I can pull this up here. There we go. If you just go into, so this is just as a customer would see it, a customer of mine would see it because I'm in the top banner there. You're shopping with Lisa Harden. And so it's called Thoughtful Journey or Thoughtful Wishes. I honestly can't remember, but if you just put in thoughtful, you're going to get everything with thoughtful, okay? And you're going to get some things are last chance. The paper is not last chance, but right now it's low inventory, okay? That doesn't mean it's going away. It's not going away, but it can go in and out of inventory, right? Like everything does. So it's $12.50 and it has all these beautiful patterns. So it's just as simple as that to go looking for things. And then here's the item number 163303, but really you just add it to your cart. Okay, so that is what we're using. And let's see, is there anything else? Oh, I know what we're using. I embossed something with the Sunset Sailing Bundle. Now, I just used this. This was the first bundle that I used when we went live for the new product launch, and I'm in love with it. Oh my gosh. And so I actually used, you'll see when you come back to screen here, I used this embossing folder, but in a little different way. I only used the waves, okay? And I also pulled the clouds and die cut those, a couple of them. So this is how we are easily mixing and matching. And of course it was fresh in my mind because I just purchased it. And so I just started mixing and matching. And oh, I also want to show you, here's our other option, is the mini corrugated 3D folder. It's not a mini folder, it's that the corrugation is mini, okay? Oh, it's currently unavailable, but that's perfect because look, I want to show you something new and we're so excited. We had this before and it's back and it's better than before. If an item goes unavailable, all you have to do is click this and you will get a notification when it's available, okay? So then that's it. And then, oh, it also says here, you will also receive a confirmation email with an unsubscribed link allowing you to opt out of future communications at any time. Well, you don't want to do that because they give you good communications. But basically, you will just be notified by email when something that's out of stock goes in stock. And then, of course, you can zip on over to the Stamping Zoo and get that out of stock item, whatever it is. So anyway, you want the mini corrugated 3D folder. Okay, so everybody go out there and sign up to get the notification email. Here's a piece of vellum. It's our old very vellum. I still have, I don't know, maybe a pack of it, but you know, you don't use a ton. Very rarely you use a whole piece of vellum. I have made card bases with just vellum though. Okay, so let's get these pieces and parts out and start playing. It's kind of like paper dolls. This set is. You can create all sorts of little scenes with different things. You are going to want some adhesive sheet when you're playing with something like this. Some of these items are so small that you really won't be able to get any adhesive on them. Okay, here's that piece that I corrugated there. No. Here's that piece where I used this beautiful folder. I just slipped this in, ran it through. Then I was thinking of turning it on its side and just using it as a little textural piece. Remember our inspiration had some trim? Well, I don't want to use the trim. I decided I wanted to use one of the folders. And so, oh, this is so cute. It's hard not to use the corrugated folder. I did this one, it came to mind because it's waves, right? And we are setting up kind of a beach scene here. But let's see. I don't know. I like it. I like this because it's going long ways, or it's going across. So I think that's what we're going to use. Now I took this cardstock or DSP, cut it to size, and then I also backed it with a piece of bubble bath before you got here because I want to pop it up on dimensionals and I want it to be a heavier weight in order for it to stay sturdy when I'm doing that, okay? Now, I've also pre-cut one of the totes. You can cut two of the totes and glue them together in the middle to make a 3D item like this. You can put little chocolates in there or whatever you want. A little lip balm with SPF in it would be cute. So this goes together very easily. And I have made this with you before. I think it was probably one of the first things I worked with when I got my pre-order. Okay, I won't get off on a tangent and start looking. But we made the black patent leather bag. Remember that? I thought it was really fun. So I know right away from that other design that I want this attached over here. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. And so this is going to, let's see, I probably didn't need it to be that long, but I wanted it to I wanted to have something to glue it to, right? So I didn't want to cut a skinny strip and then emboss it. I needed something with some teeth. And of course it will come out a slightly different length because we just embossed it, but it's not noticeable, I don't think. Okay, now I need to get my dimensionales. Now I'm gonna, before I take the backing off of these, I'm gonna see if it will sit flat just like this. Because again, that corrugation is 3D. Yeah, you know, I think that looks good. So if I put dimensionals on this side, it would be like a ramp. It would be angled. I know, I love the sailing set, Corinne. And you know what goes through my mind? I mean, I'm showing my age, I guess. But that Christopher Cross song, Sailing, I was singing it the whole day off and on. And then I was trying to remember the words. Then I was making up words. I mean, not the sailing part. That's not the hard part. But the rest of the words, you know, there's a chorus or two in there. And so anyway, that what happened to Christopher Cross? Is he still around? Is he still with us? You know what I mean? I don't know how old he was. I'm sure that when I was listening to him in the first grade or whatever, I thought he was old, but he probably wasn't. He's probably 20. Ooh, this is fun. I like just having it on that side. Kind of cute. Okay, so that's good. We're good to go. And then let's start building this. I'm going to cut some of this off because, as we found, you don't need all these pieces and parts when you're just putting it on the card as a front. Okay, I know I don't need that little tab. And your sunrise sailing just arrived. It must have been because we were talking about it, Leslie. Well, wait until you get your hands on that embossing folder. Okay, see, this is what's going on over here. And then when I look in the camera, it's backwards, right? Okay, there we go. I was like, I had a little bit of a comb over situation going on there. Okay, so let me try to remember how this goes. So remember we had the hot air balloons and then the clouds up above. And I feel like it's going to be this way. It takes up a lot of room. She's a nice tote. Now you can still, you do not need to put that down flat. You can put it with a little bit of an angle so that you can put the items in there. So that's what we're going to do. And I am going to put it down with liquid glue. And really, I think you can cut this part off too. I'm going to cut a little bit off. I think on one of my cards, though, I just cut it off. And it was fine. Now, I also have, so we're going to just kind of dry fit a little bit. Remember the clouds? I told you I am a sucker for a cloud die cut. I mentioned that the other day. Out of all the random things, I'm always like, oh, there's a cloud. I mean, I don't know. And when the cloud punch retired, I was like, seriously? But we have a million different cloud things. But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of a gaga for clouds. Not necessarily in real life either. But see? Okay, now I don't like that because there's just not enough room for all three of these. They look like no, there's not enough room. Because we have to build the fence. The clouds might not even happen, guys. Because we're going to build this fence. Now, all of these are die cut. And you get three at one time. 3 pickets and a cross rail, okay, with one die cutting. And then the pickets have these little dotted lines, and that shows you where the cross rails go. Okay, so we need to build this thing back behind it, and I'm going to put it up. See, this is kind of like the ocean. So I'm going to put it up here. Yeah, we're not going to have clouds. It's going to be more like the other card. Darn it. I was trying to make it so vertical too, but, and then, oh, we can't really do that, I don't think. Maybe you could have it a little bit up and down, but I want 5 because 6 would be weird. 4 is not enough. 5's just right. Okay, and then they'll go like this, and they're going to get trimmed left to right a little bit. Okay, then we'll have this in front of the fence. Kind of in love with this. It's so cute. And then, sorry, clouds, no clouds. But we will build, and then if we build it, they will come, right? Okay, let me make sure that I'm not just copying this new one. I think that probably, or definitely, the tote is wider than those hot air balloons. That hot air balloon from the old catalog. And so that's going to cause it to not look super vertical, but it's still going to be a pretty card. Okay, let's see here. Notes and totes. Where are you? Page 81. Oh, my hand was almost on it. I was one page away. Goodness gracious. Yeah, kind of looks like that. Oh, but they used 6. And they also put their railing, their cross arm, or whatever I was calling it, back behind. It's like the good neighbor fence. Okay, so we'll do that too. We'll do it like that. But I don't think we're going to use 6. I think we're going to, well, we might have to. Look at it. Now I look at it and I think it looks off. Right? Dang it. Oh, so many things to choose. I swear. Okay, let's get that off there. Now I need to dry fit this. If this is going to be, you know what, it's not going to be behind. It's too hard. That's too hard to figure out. Okay, so as I said, you definitely look at all those cut marks for swirls in the wood. You definitely are going to want to put this on adhesive sheet. It's just one of those things. I don't know why I just started that there. This could totally go wrong, right? I should have started in the middle or something, but we'll just say that's going to be where the pickets are going to be, in the middle from now on. Okay, and we'll work out. Ooh, this is so pretty. I bet you could use the fence for sure with other items. Who has notes and totes? Anyone? Anyone? I love it. And I know you guys do too. There's so much interest in this one. So it's really fun. And with those thoughtful journey papers, you really can create this scene without doing anything. You could also do this by ink blending or using other stamps, but you don't have to. That's some of the prettiest paper I think we've ever had. Hey, what's going on here? Oh, I see. I might have to get my, is that on there? Oh, there probably wasn't any glue there. That's fine. We're going to put it down towards the bottom. Okay, and then it'll hide back behind the tote. Who doesn't love a good tote? Trish, it's on her next order. She says, notes and totes, coming in hot. Okay, and Trish is on my team. I'm always happy to see her here. As if you've been around, you know I've been talking to her the last month or so. Trish is happily retired, and I'm happy she retired because I get to see her now more, you know. And, oh, Jean says notes and totes is way down on her list. I know. We had talked about it, Jean, and you said you thought it was going to be a little fiddly and maybe a little difficult to hold on to the little pieces and parts. And yes, it's fiddly. And so take that into consideration if that's not your like, you know, if you don't like to fiddle around. But also, if this is like a challenge for you, um, you know, if you have some sort of weakness in your hands, um, it might not be as fun. It's not for everyone. Okay, now I'm going to take the snips and just snip this off a little bit. I just needed to make a humongous card. You know, like a 10 by 10 inch card is what I needed here to make this whole scene. I do like a big tote though. I do not carry small bags. I'm not a small person. And so why would I? Right? My phone keeps doing weird things and catching my attention up here. It's not ringing. No, it's just being weird. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing you ever saw. Right here. This is the card. All right, we're done. I don't even want to cover up the fence. That is the cutest thing I have seen tonight. It's cuter than, I don't know. It's cuter. Oh, I almost said it's cuter than Cash after the groomers. But I can't believe I almost said that about my child. He's so cute. He looks like a little panda bear. Okay, so see, that's why you build it, because then even they'll be peeking out a little bit here and there. It will make it look more realistic. Like you've just dropped your tote in front of the beach, and then you're, you know, running down to catch the surf or whatever. I don't know. Okay, so I wanted to keep this tote kind of classy, one color, and so I decided I was going to use Misty Moonlight on top of it, kind of like this. I wish this had a score in it, but we are going to score it. Oh, I put adhesive sheet on it. I'm so smart. Actually, I had a piece with adhesive sheet on it in my scraps. Jeez, that was good thinking. Okay, so this just fits right in there. There's like there's like a clear definition. Just a minute here. It's a clear definition where it starts to angle up, right? And that just goes together just like that. And then I'm going to take, with the little help of a nail, and put a nice fold in there. You don't need the nail though. It's okay. I don't think I'm going to do the straps going up. I wanted to have an option. And so I cut a pocket because I thought it'd be cute. Now I did only cut this in navy, but I thought it'd be cute to have the pocket and then have like one of the starfish in the pocket, in the front pocket. Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, so now I didn't put adhesive sheet on this. I'm just going to put a little bit in the middle, okay, because you can see it's going to squish all out of there if you are not careful. So there's that, and then I'm just going to put a little glue on this one. It's not going to be a functional pocket. Nobody needs to know. Oh, dang it. That's got to be over. Oh, gosh. There's a big mess there now. What a mess. Okay. I can't have the arms snaking out of the pocket or it doesn't look very realistic. So I needed to have it over more. Let's see. I think I can. There we go. I think I hit it. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. It's going to be a close fit, but we are going to put some handles on this beautiful bag. And I need to wipe the glue off of my hand on my chamois. Why not? Everybody still with me here? Are we liking this? Is it fun? Just for the heck of it? Why not? It's Stampin' Chat time. Ooh, now I don't, that's got, that has got adhesive sheet on it too, but you know what? I don't want it because I don't want this adhered to the face of the card. Because remember, our tote is going to pop out just a little bit because we're going to put cool stuff in it. So I feel like that's fine. You might want to put this down a little bit further. But for right now, that's where our handle's going to go. And I need this. I'm going to do a little clean up on aisle 7. Remember when I just took the glue off my hands? Well, I just put it back there. That's okay. And we can get any, if it's too shiny, we can get that off with the adhesive remover once it dries. Once that dries, we can use this and just kind of come in and get that off. I'll clean that up on my own time. I won't bore you with that. Is this cute or what? Don't you want this navy tote with starfish in the pocket? I think I'm almost ready to put it down. I also cut the scarf. This is what sold it for me. When I saw it at Onstage and they had the scarf, I was like, okay, that's it. And I cut this out of the little remnant of this paper. All right, and then look how beautiful it looks. It looks like some Hermes, you know, shishi bag with a beautiful scarf. And then here are a couple of seashells to dance around the bottom of it. I think we're ready to put this down. Scared. I'm ready. My glue is just not ready. Okay, and also, I should have showed you this before I put glue on it, but whatever. If you want to change the shape of this bag, just bring the insides, bring the sides in, and then it's this little square tote. That's cute. She's a cute one too. Okay, I'm going to start by, I folded down the bottom, right? And then I may have to move that over. My angle may need to be moved over a little bit more. And then this is going to come in there. Please don't go off the edge of the card. Okay. And then this is going to come in here. You kind of have to hold it for a few minutes. You could also use Seal Plus, or you could just use, you know, your fingers like I am. Our liquid glue is really good for this kind of thing. You're going over all sorts of different textures, and that little fold is not as wide as your Seal Plus, so you have to do a lot of like fine tuning it once you get it on there. So I just go for it with the liquid glue, and I will fix that as needed. You can also use glue dots, okay? And it may need a little extra. Yeah, it needs a little glue dot. I like that for the bottom. You know, we don't want anything falling out of our bag. Okay, so I am again, I mean, if you don't have a take your pick tool, get on over there right now and put that in your order. Oh, shoot. See, I may just use glue dots because this side's coming up because it's on that corrugation. I was wondering about that. Well, we're just going to glue dot this thing. Then forget what I said about liquid glue. Forget it. It's all about the glue dot. Then you don't have to worry about that, do you? Holding it in place. Okay. So this would be so cute to make the card and then make a matching 3D treat, don't you think? I think that's a win. I don't say win-win because it's kind of one of those sayings that irritates me. Like, is it really a win-win? Or is everybody just giving a little? Okay, that's adorable. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell Jean, you guys, or Jean's going to want it. Jean, don't look. You're trying, what? Now, Jenny, you have said that to me before, but would you please not let me make you fall asleep? She doesn't mean I'm putting her to sleep. Do you, Jenny? You mean that it's late for you. And that happens. Like I told you, I just slept basically around the clock. And that was on a weeknight. That means I went to bed early. Okay, I took another sliver of that paper. So as you saw, that paper is sold in a nice little 6x6 pack. And so if you cut for the front of your card, I think I cut this at 3.5, you're still going to have lots of paper. And so why not, you know, give it some extra life. I used it for the scarf and I used it for the inside of this card. Oh, sweet. Carry that little picture of the seaside into where you're going to write. Okay. And then let's see. I have all sorts of little things. I have the scarf, but let's wait on that because we're going to put, this is the water bottle. Okay. And the water bottle, I'm going to cut it out again. It has a topper, a tiny topper on it. That's where you need to use adhesive sheet. No doubt about it. So I brought in just this little piece and then I attached an even smaller piece of adhesive sheet. I have these literal scraps of adhesive sheet for just this purpose. And the water bottle is one of those cases. So let's set this up, run another water bottle through, just the top part though. You don't need the whole thing if you don't want it. Like I'm not running an entire one out in silver because ours is not going to be stainless steel. It's just going to be the top, okay? This part, this rectangle at the top, and then that lid, well, it'll make sense when I put it together. I don't know what that little contraption is called. It holds the lid onto the water bottle itself. I can make up a name, but it wouldn't be right. I thought it was good remembering picket and cross arms. Okay, so I always keep just a little, keep that handy. I should keep it in the top drawer because I'm always wanting just a touch of foil. And then see this thing? It is separate. So this is probably why Jean said, no, peace out. I'm out. But I like it. It's paper dollish, right? And so bringing that back in, let's construct this. Really, you can just kind of like bend this or trim it with the scissors if it doesn't come off right away. And then we're going to put this on the top. Chronic fatigue, it's no joke, is it? It only sounds like not a big deal until you have it. You hang in there and then you go to sleep when you need to. That's all right, because guess what? You can catch me on a replay anytime you like. Right? Okay, there's the top. It looks so cute. And then we attach. And again, you can skip this part if you don't like to mess around with this. You could just cut the bottle all in one thing and call it good. But this, if you want to do it, how does this work? How does this work again? I've done it once. Sorry, I need to look at this and see if it's in the catalog. Is it on there? Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. This goes across here. So if you line this up, the longest piece of it, if you line it up so it comes across here, then it attaches. See, just like that. Okay, that's going to go in our tote. And we're also going to have, what else did I have? Well, we're going to have the scarf. And we're going to have the glasses. And Lord help me, the glasses are so tiny. I don't know if we're going to take time to put the glasses on. They're so tiny. And I need, oh, I was going to use white. And then, so they cut out in 2 pieces. Oh, that's right, silver. They cut out in 2 pieces, you guys. Okay. So there's the glasses, and then there's what happened there? Dang it. And then there's the frames. It's kind of crazy. I am gonna try to put them in, but let's see. How will those fit? Oh, you have to lay it down flat. It has to be on flat. I don't know about that, you guys. I may have to play with that later because I don't think that's going to go in there flat. This looks beautiful though. And I also cut a reinforcement piece for this, but I'm not so sure we're going to want it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, a little glue on these. Tiny bit at the top. Okay, why not use the tweezers from the embossing kit? Couple reasons. I like to keep my glue off of those. And also, I feel like these grab a little better with the paper. The ones in the embossing kit are nicer, and but they're ceramic tipped so that they don't conduct heat. And I guess I just like to keep those. These are pretty cheap on Amazon, and so I just like to keep the embossing tweezers that are nice. I like to keep them nice. That's why. But you do not have to. You can certainly use them. They functionally work. It's just that see how this is like really tight. It has a little bit tighter grip because it is metal, and also they're really pointy. And the embossing ones are not like that. Okay. This beautiful thing goes right here, or however you want it. I'm putting it off at an angle because the wind from the beach is moving it, right? And then let's put this here. I know that looks crazy, but I need to glue it to the inside of our tote. And so that's in there. And I think we're going to put some seashells in a couple different spots. See, this was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Let's do that just for fun. Oh, this should definitely have adhesive sheet on it, but then use those for my shades. Use the tweezers for my shades. Is that what you were thinking? Oh, this is going to be difficult. Oh gosh. Okay. There. Use adhesive sheet on these too. But I didn't. So I'll just have to be a little bit more careful. And we're going to have this beautiful shell over here. And I don't know that I want both of those. I think I want another. Oh, shoot. I only have this in pool party. I'll cut another one off screen. Okay. I mean, off the live, off screen, off the live later on. Because when I post these stills, sometimes I fine tune them. I'm finding that's working out good. So I may put the glasses together, but I do think it needs to be flat because otherwise there's nothing to support the lens part, which is the heart, inside of the heart. So I'll have to work on that. Now, see, the cloud looks kind of out of place, doesn't it? It looks like it's the scale is off. We could use a tiny one. Let's see if a tiny one works. Let's see. No, I don't like it. Okay, they had it right when they did it in our catalog as an example. And so finally, I just want to put something from one sentiment from this, because it's so cute. Where'd they go, though? They ran off. They went walkabout. They went walkabout. Okay, so coming back in, this one, it didn't translate so much, but it's where I started, right? It's where I started. I do think these balloons, even this one, is smaller than this tote, but it was still what got my inspiration sparked. And so for that reason, it worked. Where did I put the stamp set? Is it right in front of me? Do you guys see it? Oh gosh, here we go. Okay, it's so cute. It's just so cute. So let me look at this one. I do love Newsflash. You're fabulous. I think Newsflash is adorable, and who doesn't want to be told that they're fabulous? Everyone loves that. They have it on white in the catalog, but we have so much white that I want to just do it. It'll look like a magazine or something. And let's put it on. What color? What color? I need some help. I need some help. What color should I cut this magazine / book? Yeah, whatever out on, so that we can stamp Newsflash. You're fabulous. What color would look good with the rest of this little mix? Oh, and it also, there's one that says exclusive just for you. We'll do the Newsflash right now. Newsflash, you're fabulous. And I didn't even use, I was going to use this and that, but there's not enough room on the margins. Pool party, yes, probably an excellent idea. Thank you. Okay. Good job, Trish. Let's grab it. Settles and a little, that's kind of big, but that's okay. If I recall, it was easier for me to stamp. Well, I have to die cut this first. Yeah, it's not a see-through die. I don't have x-ray vision. Okay. Cut out our little magazine first. Book, whatever. Yeah, it really does look like a book with a spine. One moment here. One moment. I mean, isn't that adorable? Check it out. So they put a spine on it, and it, it has a front. You could use this with other stamp sets if you like. And let's grab that pool party. I don't want to add any more colors. So we're just going to do, and Berry Burst. That would be good too. Corinne, next card. This doesn't work out for me. We'll go for it. Let me use one of these to practice and see what it looks like. Looks good. What about Berry Burst ink? That may have been what you were trying to tell me. Because it would tie into our Hydro Flask. Oh, you know what? That's not Berry Burst. That is Petunia Pop. Okay. Close. They're very, very close. They're color buddies, aren't they? Ooh, yeah, for sure. Well, that's my next color combination. That's what I'm doing next. Okay, where's that piece of pool party? Let's check it out. Oh, I like that. That's great. See, we make a great team. gotta get up over this thing. You know, I got my, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. It's almost 9 o'clock. I've been having fun. And that is what a set like this does, though. You go down a rabbit hole sometimes because the pieces are so cute. I'm sure I've lost all of you. But anyway, thank you for sticking around because we're working a little bit later tonight. And newsflash, you're fabulous. It's so adorable. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. That's going to get glued to the back. And, you know, bad news, it does cover up some of our fence, but good news, it makes a more realistic scene because you wouldn't just have a hydro flask in this beautiful tote. So let me put it down this way. Can we see the sentiment? Yes, right there. And let me put this in here as a kind of a pressure. Oh my gosh. Is that so cute or what? I am in love with it. And then let's clear the decks. I will take care of that. I didn't use the vellum. See, I thought I had like all this real estate to work with for this card, but I did not. Hey, these are two very different cards. But again, inspiration can come from anywhere. Please don't forget that you can use our catalogs or our website to spark your creativity anytime you like. And I hope I do a little bit of that for you here each week. I'm so glad you guys were with me tonight. Thank you so much. And again, if you're on replay, I'm so glad you're here as well. And it's just been so nice to work with you guys tonight. So please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. You can also tell me, or you can also contact me at any time if you need help with an order, or if you're wondering about any of my upcoming events or classes. I would love to be your demonstrator. Okay? All right. I'll see you soon. Have a great weekend. I will be live again on Sunday. All right, everybody. Have a great night.